they will stay behind you, and that is nonsense. And that is why most of our fans behave like
people are thinking like they had a king and queen in the house, and you guys will let us know who can stay. No.
I'm shocked that TUOYO was out boring.
Because they tell that she had the audacity to tell me to stand up.
Come on, like I've seen you outside. Like
yes, I was. I was really surprised. I was mad.
Hey guys, welcome back to yet another exciting video from Deb. Today's video is the review of what went down on the 8th of the Big Brother Nigeria Union Show, popularly known as BBNAIJA, the Pepper Dem Reunion Show. Without further ado, let's get started. The episode started with 6 housemates on seats. We had kimoprah, we had Avala, Nelson, Thelma, TUOYO, and Jeff, with Isilomo, who was on video conference with them at the moment. Ebuka starts off by playing clips of evicted members that were seated. After the clip, he goes on to ask TUOYO how he felt when he was evicted, considering the fact that, you know, the twist that was introduced the week TUOYO was evicted, whereby 2 other housemates were fake evicted. Now TUOYO responded saying that he was confused and pain at the same time, and he thought he wasn't leaving that day and thought it was going to be fraud. But Ebuka also then asked Nelson how he felt when he was evicted, if Big Brother was fair, putting up everybody up that week he was evicted. And Nelson goes by agreeing that he was fair, because he knew that at that point he wasn't giving anything to the show, and it was at that point he was just laying around and was very, very sick. Emphasis on the very sick. That's how I said it. Anyway, Ebuka went ahead to play pre-recorded clips of the housemates where they were asked who they were shocked at their own at their eviction. In this clip, we had housemates were really shocked that when Kim was evicted. Most of the housemates were shocked when Kim was evicted, which then led to Ebuka asking Kim, that's kimoprah, if she was also surprised the day she was evicted. Kim goes on and responds saying, oh yeah, she was very surprised. She was really surprised, mad and furious that somebody must have done something outside, something must have gone wrong, and she didn't expect to have left so early in the game and all. Then Ebuka then asked her if she felt she came across as being overconfident, and if that was what maybe people saw as being overconfident and all. Then she defends herself saying, oh no, that it's who she is and all, that she's a very strong person and she embodies her confidence so very well. So people could have seen that and felt it was her being overconfident. Ebuka also asked her about, the rumor strategy that people kept saying that, she was cool with the guys, that her being cool with the guys was like a strategy. Then she also responds saying, oh, that was not, that she acted that why she was a girls guys in the house was because based on experiences that she had in the past with girls, she knew that females, it's easy to be friends with female, but they are so quick to stab you in the back. I have nothing to say about that. Ebuka also went ahead to ask Avala about what her take was on Kim issue, because while Ebuka was asking Kim, Avala was kind of nodding and in agreement. So Ebuka went on to ask Avala what was your take on what Kim has said. Then Avala replied saying, oh, Kim came off as somebody that didn't want anything to do with the girls, and she felt that Kim, she was feeling like she was better than the other girls, and it made her feel a certain kind of way because she knew Kim outside before the house, guys. So we get to know that Avala and Kim actually knew each other before the house. They kind of met during audition and all. So she was the way what she knew Kim, they were friends during the audition and all. So when they got into the house, it was really a total different vibe, and she was like, oops, what's going on? Then Ebuka asked Kim if she was a different person from what she knew before and after the show. And Avala goes on to say that yes, Kim actually switched up in personality when they were in the house, but later she was able to realize that Kim was just being strategic, and she realized Kim was very competitive. Then Kim goes on saying, oh yes, I was in a game, I came into a game, you don't expect me to be all friendly and mushy with you. I'm in a game where I'm in a competition with everyone, so I'm not about to be friendly with anyone. I have to be on game mode. So yeah, Kim also said that she wasn't ready to be friendly and all. She was ready to go all out out for anything. She didn't have, but she did say she had pure love for Avala because she felt they both of them went through the same process to get into the house. Ebuka also goes by asking isilomo, who was connected online with them, asking isilomo, who was perceived to also be a boys guy, like if she agreed with what kimoprah said about her not being friends with the guys, with the girls, due to whatever reason she gave. Isilomo also goes to agree that Kim is a girls guy, but at the same time, Kim rubbed off the girls very wrongly. She came off so wrong to the girls. She found Kim very annoying because she rubbed off so on the wrong notes with her, and that she also like judged her. Like she had a judgment of things she's saying right now from the 1 week she spends in the house, and after the house they haven't been really friendly, or she hasn't really gotten to know Kim. So whatever she's saying right now was as a result of the relationship she had with Kim throughout the one space she was in the house. And then she goes on to say that she perceived Kim to be that Kim wasn't genuine at that time in the house. Then Ebuka asks Isilomo that, do you think kimoprah did not that you asked Kim that, okay, what did kimoprah do to you? Like, how did she piss you off and all? Then isilomo goes by seeing things like, oh, her accent was too much, like kimoprah accent was too much. She also goes by saying, oh, the time, Kim had the audacity to tell her to stand up from a chair, because there was a chair that Jeff and Kim apparently thought, that chair was a veto chair. It was the chair for the veto winner. And so Kim had told her to stand up from the chair, and Isilomo then went to say, oh, it makes sense to, have thought that particular chair was the veto chair due to the peculiarity in its color and all. But she was not about to, put herself on national TV and have somebody else tell her to stand up, get up from a seat that she was already sitting on. Like, she felt, no, this, you can't do this. Like, oh, no. I mean, I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Like, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to be on national TV and you are going to tell me to stand up. Like, no, oh no, child, oh no. Then kimoprah yelling isilomo, saying that then she realized that, that was wrong, that that she too wouldn't have stood up in such situation, that she now sees the mannerism she used, she employed at that time, could have really caused the issue that she had, that and isilomo have, that now she understands from where isilomo is coming from. Ebuka then proceeds to ask him that, okay, what are your thoughts of isilomo now, like after the house, what are your thoughts, like after the show? Then kimoprah goes by saying, oh, she at first she first had a long laugh, she was just smiling and all. Then she says, oh, I could care less. Then Ebuka also proceeded to ask isilomo the same question, and isilomo said, oh, she's indifferent, as they don't even have a relationship outside the house, but they are cordial anytime that they see. I'm like, okay, mature people. And Ebuka goes ahead to play another pre-recorded clip of the housemates where they were interviewed on who they found boring in the house. And in the clip, TUOYO had mentioned that he found Nelson very boring and all, and Nelson was not having it. Nelson responded immediately saying, oh my God, he was so pissed that TUOYO could say that TUOYO of all people, that they were friends in the house. He served TUOYO, he cooked for TUOYO, he gave up his space for TUOYO, he helped TUOYO with coin. See, Nelson just went on and started telling us how, he helped TUOYO in the house. And so he was so angry that out of all the old housemates, even if other people found him boring, he didn't feel TUOYO should have found them boring and all. And he goes on saying, and Ebuka was like, Oga, okay, forget that, you helped TUOYO and all of that, but do you think you were boring in the house? Which, that was the legit question. Like, you can't come and tell us that because you helped TUOYO, you cooked for TUOYO and all of that. Was TUOYO the whole show? Like, so you forgot other housemates in the house, you forgot the viewers that were watching, and you were just there to serve TUOYO. Like, were you come for TUOYO? Did they put you in the house just for TUOYO's sake? Like, were you interesting? Were you entertaining enough? But no. Then it still goes on. He was just so angry with the fact that TUOYO could have said that. Then TUOYO responded that saying, like, I'm your guy, like you said, we are guys, and if your guy cannot tell you the truth, who will tell you? Which is legit. If your guy can't tell you the truth, who will tell you? Do you want outsider to tell you? And all. But it was just the truth. But I feel Nelson was not just ready to hear any of that and all, and he didn't agree with the fact that he was the boring housemate, but he acknowledged that maybe at some points when he was sick, but he just did not want to acknowledge that he was boring. Like, he didn't even acknowledge he was boring anyways. Then Ebuka played another pre-recorded interview of housemates who were questioned to replace housemate and who they would have picked, that if they were to replace housemates, who they would have picked. And then they show a clip of Jackie, and Jackie said, she would have replaced Kafi with Avala. I'm like, oh my God, here again, Jackie, here again. Like, what did Kafi buy from your hand? Let me say it in Yoruba. Kini Kafi ra lọ́wọ́ ẹ? Like, kilo ra nígbà ẹ? What did Kafi buy from your hand? What has Kafi done to Jackie? Like, I don't know. At this level that I'm seeing, Jackie always going at Kafi, and we just don't even know what may have gone on. It's becoming like a form of witchcraft. Like, sister, what is going on? Anyways, moving from that, because we are not about to go into Jackie's matter in this episode. Then later, we saw that then Ebuka then asked Jeff, that he should explain why he wanted Avala back, because in his pre-recorded clip, Jeff had said he wanted Avala back. So he should explain why he said he wanted Avala back. And then Jeff goes on to explain, what had happened in the house, how he promised that he was going to keep all the white team safe and all. But due to what had happened, he narrated the whole story like he couldn't save and all. So Ebuka asked him if he regretted the fact that, he didn't, like, if he regretted the action he made then. But he said no, he didn't regret it because, he didn't regret it, but he was only upset with the fact that he did not fulfill the promise he made to Avala. Then Avala interjects with him and like, oh wow, I am shocked. Then she asked him that, okay, did you think you played the game right and all because you left? Then and at that point when she said that statement, I'm like, Avala, like, can we calm down? Why are you playing the boy he left, but do you think he played the game right? But Jeff goes on saying, yes, he did play the game right, and that he played the game right and all. But Avala goes on saying, if you play the game well, Omoshola would have left, and you would have stayed. And I am like, Auntie, hold on. Even if Omoshola left that first week and you stayed, Jeff stayed, does it mean that Jeff will win the show? Somebody, you had me up. Doesn't mean that Jeff would have still won the show. He still had other housemates to compete with. It wasn't that he was only competing with Omoshola. So it still doesn't make sense that you felt because he did, like, so that was his game plan. Can you leave him with his game plan? Why do you think his game plan was wrong? Let's ask you to your own game. Why didn't you win the coin also to save your house? Why were you having to depend on another person who has one coin to come and save you? Why are you being entitled to his coin? He decided to share his coin the way he wanted to share it. Leave it, period. Then Avala goes on say, you didn't play the game right, and he acknowledged the fact, and she said something about, she had cut a relationship with Jeff after she had left the house because she felt, Jeff and Kim thought that they were like king and queen in the house, and they could call the shot on who was going to stay and who was not going to stay. Then Jeff said, he wasn't angry about what Avala said, but whatever scheme that he pulled off in the house, he did it with principles. Avala went ahead to ask him that why did he not call her after he left the house to apologize. Jeff said the reason he called her was because he made a promise to her and he didn't meet up the promises, and he didn't also regret his action because he played the game with thinking of the priority which was best known to him which was to his best knowledge as at when he was in the house and all. Then Avala says, oh, but that's why you left. And Jeff replied, I'm like, yeah, that's fine and all, which I'm like, yeah, do you think you're gonna throw it at his face that, oh, but you left? If he had stayed longer, or if he had not played that game the way he played it, do you think he would have won? It's not a certainty that because he made that error that that's why he didn't win. That's not it. And then Ebuka then proceeds to ask Thelma as to why she felt she shouldn't have left very early. Thelma started the explanation and started referring to the fish issue. Ebuka then asks her, oh, do you like fish? And she said, oh, yeah, I still like fish. That was just so funny. Then Thelma goes on, to explain the whole issue as to why she felt she shouldn't have left early and why she did leave early. And, she was like, definitely, we all know that, Tacha had fan before the house, but she didn't have, that herself, she didn't even have up to 1,000 followers. But so when she had the issue, the fights with Tacha over the issue, it kind of affected her due to Tasha fan base who sticks to her regardless of whatever she does, and that it was so nonsense of them and all. But that's why most of her fans behaves like her. Like Thelma was dropping words. Thelma was just dropping words. I say, whoa, girl, you got confidence. Like, girl, you bold. Then she says, oh, I'm not going to lie because no one will beat me. If you know the truth, you stand up. And it's that Tasha fans they know she does wrong, but they still support her, and it doesn't, and it's bullshit. I say, whoa, girl, you bold, girl, you speak your truth. That's it. Like, she legit just came out, spoke her own truth, and it was so awesome to see. Then Ebuka was like, okay, yes, there's going to be another episode where they're going to get to discuss about fans and how fans control the housemate and all. And then Ebuka wrapped the whole episode. I'm like, yes, we're ready for this. I'm ready for that fun episode. Like, I want to hear things. I want to hear this. But yeah, that was how, Ebuka wrapped up the whole shows. And that wraps today's episode of the BBNAIJA reunion show. Remember to engage me via the comment section about your take on today's show. In like manner, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, and share this video with loved ones. And that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. To my next video, stay blessed.